So welcome back. I guess I should actually take my break to finish my food before it gets cold. But I can show the I'll show the trailer while I so this is the new chapter 5, so we'll just do I'll run the trailer.
Your watch was telling the wrong time.
Pardon me?
I fixed it for you.
2007?
Yeah. This is the year 2007. Is it not?
We believe everything can be translated into numbers. Things are made up of numbers. And mathematics is the key to opening the gate of truth. How is this possible? You use a maths model to forecast the storm, and its results perfectly match what the Foundation recorded.
We just worked out the patterns in the number sequences. Close your eyes, Burton. Truth.
Only in this event.
Truth.
It wasn't numbers on the other events. Just this event.
Those of you who agree to the death sentence may remain seated. Who wish to commute Miss Seneto's punishment? Put your pebble into the pot in the middle of the hole.
The pure blood Arcanist community. The unknown Arcanum power.
All the characters on this island has numbers, or most of them have numbers.
Sound familiar?
I take not thought for needless disputes.
So we're probably gonna take a 10-minute break. So I'll be back. Because if anyone needs to get a back. Oh, they're trying to murder this character.
Greetings. Today your shirt matches the color of your eyes very well.
Cause if you wait a minute, wait a sec. Where's this? Where am I? Cause in the before you could go into that area that they were speaking in, they had to take an oath. So they there are taboo stuff that they can't do on an island. But for that building that they were in, they had to be silenced, and if they spoke, they kind of like broke the law. So the other taboo stuff are you can't have beans, you can't. Oh man, but he was he's not he was like what's it? Like, we're considered outsiders, so we're like visitors. So like the visitors have to take like the oath. But it's funny. Regulus is the one. Oh, what? That I think they can't like eat beans or something like that. And Regulus is the one that breaks the rules all the time. That was that one. There's another rule that says you can't pick up anything that's been dropped. I don't know. We're trying to find that out. New costumes for each characters. For the one that looks like like the fighter pilot. She has a knight armament. Digger. So I can show you. Wait, see. Okay, since I have the characters, I can probably show those stuff. Let's see.
Oh, happy. Take a seat. Don't stand on ceremony.
So this is the character. Let's see. So basic character, the one you get in Sight 2, and this is the costume you could get for her. And let's see, next character is this one.
Oh, whoa, whoa! Watch out, mate!
So original. Fierce fan. Let's see what's the other one. Digger. Oh, and the other one I don't have yet. So let's see, where's Digger? So here's the bubble guy. Ah, yeah, there is a fighting. It's
What do you want to hear? We've got plenty of time together.
It's like merging cards to do damage. Some are debuffs, buffs, attacks, ultimates. So after you get 5 Moxies, you can do a pull ultimate. Cause this one he actually looks like a knight or something, or royal. This is the person you like. No math. No math. I didn't realize that until now. Well, I can let's see. Alright, so we're back, and we'll get the story started. But I guess we could check out the... should we check out the other stuff first? Let me check something already. What is this? Claim. Thanks. Alright. Let's see, what we... So it's gonna take a while for us to unlock everything. I'm not sure. Huh. Okay, let me. Should we do the puzzle part, or should we just do the story? I guess I should add a wheel later on my oh, there's an ad. Let's see, 24. Alright, we'll just do the story. Main story. Part 11. The ruler's help. The perfect shape requires the help of a ruler, a compass, and a set square.
Lord's admonition is engraved here. Let no one ignorant of geometry or the irrational numbers enter.
Oh, are we breaking another rule?
37 told me you are the integers. She's the genius kissed by the god of truth. She can see our numbers and has never made a mistake. But I don't understand. Why would you break the silence at the meeting? I apologize, Miss Sophia. I won't defend our behavior. You may save that apology for later. If you can persuade more than half of the people to vote for your friend's commutation, perhaps she won't be sentenced to death. I have gathered some case files from the past. I hope it will be of some help.
A straw is lined with golden trim. Even without knowing what it contains, it is a significant gift.
These files are... But won't you be in trouble for helping us? I have my own reasons.
Yeah, so some of them don't have numbers. Sophia closes her eyes, recalling the ancient wisdom.
Integers are the living example of virtues, the standard of purification. It represents a soul existing in the world of forms, a true being. It is the floating points behind the decimal which dent the process of our overall purification. The evil, the ones who violate rules knowingly, the ones who turn a positive number into negatives, and a civil person, a criminal.
The corrector, who has no number, sighs and looks away.
If integers like you would lose your life over some unintentional mistakes, wouldn't it be a great shame? Besides, I can't stand the idea of you being killed in front of me.
Not rigorous.
37 suddenly strolls up behind Sophia like a Paris. Her friend is quietly startled. She speaks no words, only moving a little way away from her.
For one thing, we still don't know Virgin and Sonetto's numbers. For another, the fact that every crow we've seen is black doesn't necessarily entail that the next crow will also be black. Even if every virtuous person we met has been an integer, we can't be certain that the next one will still be an integer. Same case for irrational numbers.
You're right, 37. But people always tend to believe that virtuous people are integers. That is what we call belief.
Correct, but not entirely correct. Everyone can make mistakes. Numbers are just numbers. They are not associated with virtues.
Unlike me, you're always right, 37.
I don't know what differs us.
Sophia sighs and shifts her gaze.
Will you be at the assembly?
Yes.
Then I will leave them with you. I'm not qualified to set foot in the Hall of Truth. I have done poorly in receiving the guests. I will ask 6 for my punishment after the assembly.
Huh? So you are not coming back to my laboratory? Neither will you help me review the calculation results or sort out the books?
The scripture shall not be challenged. What's more, any students here can help you in the laboratory. It doesn't have to be me.
37 is disappointed. She lowers her head and kicks away a little piece of rock.
Had I known, I would have let someone else welcome Burton and her friends. Like 210. He loves to brag to young ladies so much that he would take the punishment willingly.
that's someone else who was assigned to receive them in the first place. If I hadn't stopped you in time, how much longer would Regulus's head have stayed in your mouth? Not to mention what happened last time, and the time before that.
But the fact that I have messed up all the receptions before doesn't mean I may excel in the next one. The chances of messing up the first reception and the 100th reception are the same.
Whatever you say, you little sophist.
She puts down the file and leaves in a hurry. She's a nice person.
Everyone says so. But compliments won't help her find her number.
Okay, so how do they find the numbers? 37 drops her head, but soon faces it with a lit and silent smile, like a child who finds a piece of candy.
So, Vertin, are you ready for the debate?
Does that mean you will help us?
Of course. I don't want to miss the chance.
What chance?
The chance to see your numbers. There's no greater knowledge than the knowledge of oneself. And there's no more exciting truth than the truth of oneself.
Wait, can people be the same
Proof
number?
tells which types of numbers you are, but it requires proof to know the exact number of your soul. I want to know the answer before you see your own numbers. So it's 37 who proves it, not 13. I'd be glad to give this chance to you.
37 turns down the corner of her lips discontentedly.
That's boring.
But she wants a challenge?
Let's go, Vertin. The assembly's about to start.
To be continued. Part 12, Root of the Bird. Between the jar and the seat, it picks up pebbles, one after another. So yeah, it has a lot of story. In Paris and dungeons, the pair of believers enter the venue. The plaintiff and the defendant are also seated. Let's see how the trial goes. Are you alright?
Don't worry, Timekeeper. I'll defend myself.
She looks pale, but is gazing steadily at the front.
Back in the Foundation, I once won a public debate of a similar nature. This is my duty. I won't let it get in the way of the team's investigation.
Sonetto.
And she only got in trouble for protecting Timekeeper. Sonetto lowers her head in silence, then sets off resolutely to the center of the hall. This scene is too familiar. Inside the hall, a judge sits in authority.
By our tradition, Miss Sonetto will be given the poisoned wine, so she will be muted and stay
What?
that way forever. However, Sophia raised her objection against the decision. After giving the matter some discreet thought, I have decided it is necessary to hold an assembly and take care of it democratically. Those of you who agree to the death sentence may remain seated. Those of you who wish to commute Miss Sonetto's punishment, please put your pebble into the pot in the middle of the hall. Now, Miss Sonetto, Miss Vertin, you may defend yourselves. Until the sand in this hourglass falls to the bottom.
Truly, this is a formidable war. Relax and take a deep breath. Do as the training taught you.
I am Sonetto from St. Pablo Foundation. I wish all the honorable audiences here would lend me their ears to hear my defense as a humanitarian gesture.
What number are you?
A sharp question is thrown at them from the auditorium.
Defendant, the court requires an answer. What is your number?
What? Me? No, I don't have a number.
Don't waste our time. People without a number cannot stand in the Hall of Truth. All her words are void. Sentence her to death now.
The crowd mumbles approval.
Forty-two's argument is valid. Defenders, what do you wish to contend?
What? It's valid?
Sonata's face has gone pale. What she has prepared, formally justice, pursued justice, and the training she has simply has no effect here. This is a new territory. A petite figure stands up from the auditorium.
According to the record, the last time we inflicted severe punishment was in 1980 to a visitor who ate beans. He ate a carbuncle that feeds on beans. Then he was sentenced to death according to the set theory. In our scripture, eating beans is the most evil sin, which undoubtedly fits the most severe punishment. But if we are now executing people for breaking the silence at the assembly, how would it reflect our attitude towards the consumption of beans? Has the latter become less sinful? I suggest Soneto's punishment to be commuted.
This
A
crap.
good argument.
37's argument is deemed valid. The debate will continue.
Yep, no beans. 37 sits down, feeling satisfied. Then the tall man literally stands up.
Objection. The punishment for eating beans is to throw the offenders into the Gorgon current, while the punishment for the silence breaker is to drink poisoned wine. Among all the punishments we have, there's no other punishment more dreadful than being thrown into the Gorgon current. Because eternity and infinity are the two things we have the least knowledge of, which makes them the most ghastly punishments among all. Giving her the poisoned wine doesn't make the consumption of beans less sinful. Her argument is invalid.
The objection comes quicker than the knock on the stove bell.
Objection! Both of the crimes would fall into the same category if we are taking the punishment as a frame of reference, which is death.
Objection. The two crimes in question are not commensurable, which makes your comparison invalid.
The debate is heating up. The crowd is becoming restless. More and more pebbles are thrown into the pot.
What's this? I'm completely lost in this irrational debate. I see. So that's how it works. Timekeeper?
Relax. I will help you.
Calm down. Raise your right hand. This is just a debate. It's not about reality. It's not about justice. It is not about reason. It's about winning.
I object.
Are they going to listen to her? Did Burton find her number? Yeah, let's use this team. I know it's weaker, but she's my strongest.
Hey, give me a chip.
I'd like to start by quoting 42's first argument.
Oh, nice. We got her.
People without a number cannot stand in the Hall of Truth. In that case, it's not possible for Sonetto to commit a crime in the Hall of Truth. She can't even be in the hall.
Uh-oh.
What?
That's what you said.
Good point, Virgin. This is our chance to argue them.
Yeah, I know. Ta-da! Time for a special massage.
These are merely clumsy sophisms. We've all seen her break the maxim.
Objection! What you see cannot be submitted to the court as a transcendental fact. It's nothing but the fragments of the phenomenal world which can't be used in your argument.
Objection sustained. Please, ladies and gentlemen, keep the debate logically consistent.
Since Sonetto has no number, and a person without a number does not exist before the truth, Sonetto thus didn't offend your truth.
Oh.
She didn't break any rules.
Now, let me choose 2 lucky guests. Yeah, I know. Ladies and gentlemen, this is no magic, no any special kind of meditation. It's just luck.
Objection! The rule breaker has a number. We can all tell that she is very likely an integer. Therefore, she should be identified as an unknown number, not void. Your sophism has failed.
42's argument is held valid. Is there anything else you'd like to add, defendant?
Tell you a secret, Virgin? We would call criminals negative numbers. I got it!
Do this, yeah, I know. Ta-da! Time for a special massage. Need me to get you guys an ambulance?
It is easy to prove Sonetto's innocence. According to the law of the excluded middle, Sonetto either committed a sin or committed no sin. The two statements cannot be both false at the same time. Since we consider a criminal as a negative number, and a non-criminal as a positive number, Sonetto at present is considered an unknown number. That means she doesn't belong to the criminal set, or the non-criminal set. She did not commit a sin, and did not commit no sin. It's a paradox.
So I'm not sure if ads are done or not. But I'm not sure what part was the last thing you saw. But they were just confirming 37 gave Vertin a hint where saying negative numbers are criminals. So if they're saying that Sonata is an unknown number, she doesn't fall into the criminal set or the non-criminal set, since she's an unknown number. So it creates a paradox.
I hereby demand to modify the criminal sentence that has been given to Sonetto.
The law of exclusion.
It's a yep.
A good sophism. Good for you to create a paradox from one sentence of my argument.
Nope.
But pitifully, you've made a fatal mistake. You've taken my argument as the basis of your defense. I said people without a number should be expelled from the Hall of Truth. You don't have a number either, Miss Outsider. Based on my argument, which has also been approved by you, I argue that all your arguments are invalid.
There's no time left.
13 has a number. I saw it.
What? 37, do you know what you're saying?
Yeah. I read her number just now. 13's number is 0.
So Verton's number is 0. Alright. A splendid debate between numbers. Oh, we're playing with 37. Okay, is this...
Oh, there's a bubble. Welcome to the world of numbers. Oh, there's a bubble. Huh. Time to check my calculation. Time to check my calculation. Welcome to the world of numbers. Huh. Oh, there's a bubble.
Yes, yes, the deserved victor.
Come closer. That's right. Take a few more steps and immerse yourself in the shadow, including that hat. You don't want those good ears to hear this private conversation. That pad of paper from the miss? Yes, the one wielding the ruler is quite valuable. I can tell it is of a certain age and records quite a lot of anecdotes. One visitor to the island took out a baguette from his luggage. To share it with others, he made an attempt to parcel it off. Another visitor fell to the ground and happened to sit on a quart measure and break it. You can learn the punishments for them from the paper. The former was thrown into the sea, while the latter into the further sea. Only God knows how this wine-dark sea holds so many visitors.
Perhaps they can also resort to the debate.
Oh, the debate! That's really a pain in the neck for that logical, pragmatic assistant of yours, isn't it? People always tend to mark what they can't figure out as arcanists' doodles, as if things would make sense once they do so. But it won't change the fact that the debate is only a game involving sophistry, improvisation, and straw man fallacy. So what makes it superior to beans, if the form is what they are really after? Anyways, whoever fools the others first will win the game. No arcanum at all. And that argument of hers is the best attraction for the audience. A special number. A 0.
The boundaries between positive and negative numbers, huh?
You are neither positive nor negative, which means you don't belong to either side. Now, imagine one side as an orderly line and the other as those wandering around. The wanderers can smell the abnormality in you, and of course, no one in that line sees you as one of them. In a restaurant, fruits are served without the seeds, but in a farm, the seeds are retained for the next harvest. Is there any value in the seeds? It depends on what you see when you look at them. The moment you realize that, you have come to the crossroad of fate. Now, back to the number we just talked about. Oh my! It's the prediction of your whole life. Can you believe that? You owe that spirited little genius a thank you. By the way, what do you see in her number?
A clever trick.
Yes, of course. 37 is larger than 0. But it's not so stable as 0. These prime numbers, they're just hard to define because they have very few things in common with others. That's why she's always so energetic, highly and solely focused on what she takes an interest in. She has nothing like the characteristics of the ones you know in the Gray and White House. Those people are proud of themselves for having kind-hearted factors around them. As their teaching goes, it's always dangerous to be unique. But some look up at her again and again, exactly because they can sense the danger in her. You are also a good example. You've been looking up, haven't you?
So did we miss something before? What's this? Sweet. Oh, what's the... Oops. Let me just go back and see. Was there... What was... Oh, wait, we're supposed to pick these up before? A decorative custard that's carefully grown under the captain's care, now wilted on the ground due to the storm. So we pick up just one song, Rock Around the Ship. Please, please, Sutterby. Deck cleaning and maintenance. Crew strength ranking, first place, Breakers of Bonds, Guardian of the Forest, Plaza Landscaper, Leader of the Rebellion. The Elegant Lady Oak. Salute to you, friend. Second place, Communication Saboteur, Nightmare Crusher, Security Guard Nemesis, Cruisy Witch, the coolest guy who brings us roasted pork knuckles, the absolute coolest. Third place, Rebel Spokesperson, Mighty War Proclaimer, great navigator and excellent music taste. Of course, also pacifist. What do we drop? A notebook with elegant handwriting, accidentally left behind by somebody. Miss Sutterby seems to have lost some weight. The Foundation's diet is perhaps a bit monotonous. Raspberry protein crisp pudding. Alright. So I'm just gonna scan these around. What story do we miss here?
Oh, I know you must be surprised, darling, but we're old friends. We've talked many times. Oh, lay your guard down. A grandma like me won't be in your way. We can talk about me later, when we need to. For now, let's seize the day and take a look at the new stuff that just came in. As you can see, the fog has filled up this place, giving it a little bit of a mystery. If you see it as a magic show, I'm sure the answer to the mystery is close enough to us, only separated by a piece of red velvet cloth in the magician's hand. Now, darling, open the door and go through it. That's what it's for, as well as what makes it better than a wall. Don't you think? Whether it's locked or not, the door itself is already a sign of seduction. It's waiting for someone to pry into its little secrets. Even eagerly, I suppose?
Unlock. What do we unlock? Wait, what? Tap here to open the door. Wait, huh? Wait, so we... Okay, we can do that later on. Because it doesn't look like there's any expiration date. Let's continue with the story. Wait, what number do we stop at? Let's see. I think it was 3. So what's 4? No one is spared from the scourge of time, yet some still dare to try. How many years has Virgin been walking the storm? How many years? Let's say 10. Wait, how old is Virgin? Let's go with 300. 10? Wait, how do I think it over? I'll come back. 5, 6, 7. Related to one of the most advanced armaments in the bygone era. Villagers W5 Strategic Ranger Enhanced Version. Instructions for use. Alright. Nothing there. Oh, is this another puzzle to have to figure out? The island's persist must be memorized. When entering and leaving the assembly hall, from which side do you enter and on which side do you leave? Wait, so how do I supposed to end this one? Enter... Hey, Master Gore. Oh, we got it right. 11 months. Thanks for the sub. Yep. Alright. Part 13, the middle of the axle. Neither biased nor neutral, neither positive nor negative, neither excessive or defiant. Yeah. It was a the manga with some parts were pretty funny. I know in Superstars we ganged up on Waluigi. Even the solemn judge stands up.
37. You just said Vertin's number is 0. Do you know what it means?
Very clearly.
Would you be able to submit proof to a payron?
No problem.
Half of you in this hall have put in the pebbles. If 37's argument is found to be true, every argument Vertin has spoken in Sonetto's defense will be deemed valid. Sonetto will be exempt from the punishment.
Reverse 1999.
Announce the result once 37's proof has been validated by a payron. Thank you for your time.
One after another, the apparel followers leave the hall. The Hall of Truth returns to tranquility. Yeah, he's the next batter because I was thinking of either saving up my wishes for 37 or wait for the next batter to get 6. Sonetto slowly sits on the floor in a lackluster manner.
Sonetto!
Timekeeper, I'm so sorry. I tried my best, but still I couldn't understand the debate.
Right now, pausing it for till the ads are end, and I'll just continue on with the auto play. Yep. Let me know when we were back, or I'll wait 10 seconds and then say it again. Adeo, are we back? Our ad's done. On my side, it's just done. Alright, I'm gonna continue on.
I failed again.
Her face becomes abnormally pink and her breathing becomes fast and shallow.
What happened to her?
Alright, thanks for the gift sub to Adeo. Thanks, Master Gore.
Come here, little girl. We need to move her out. Lie her down on the ground and wipe her palm and feet with dew and peppermint oil. That will be okay.
Her physical signs are becoming more and more stable.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm not sure if
Number 0.
I'm not sure if he's a playable character. The man shrugs his shoulder. If he is, he's probably like a 5-star, not a 6-star.
I'm 210. Well, instead of the number, I prefer people call me the rhetorician.
I've heard your preachment. Pretty demagogic.
That's how logic works. With logic, I can prove that you'd cease to exist in the next moment, or that there are no other people in this world except me. Achilles can never outrun a tortoise, and a flying arrow is forever motionless.
Yeah, for this game, The highest is 6-star. Then I think the lowest is 2-star. I don't think I haven't seen any 1-star yet. But yeah, the highest is 6 stars, which is the limited banners. The 5 stars are still, still good, but not as good as the 6 stars. Yep. The artwork for the game is pretty good because I got hooked by like the art and also the story.
This debate is nothing but meaningless wordplay. That pacifist let you off this time. 6.
Yeah, this is the new event. Or the 1.4 update.
Who wants to have blood on their hands and be devoured by the cycle of hatred? Yet it's a torture for any intelligent mind to hear such an immature debate. Can you feel the suffering of our leader now?
I'm sorry.
No apology needed, Miss Outsider. I also feel sorry for your pain. Given that 37 has revealed your number.
What do you mean?
37. Our evil little genius. The most cunning star of Hermes. She's been having fun revealing others' numbers for a long time. Our numbers are our essence. And it's also the most important proof we get once in our lifetime. But she enjoys taking that opportunity away from you. Just because your talent allows her to do so. She did that to her friend, too. She found out Sophia's number. But without casting an eye on that paper with her number on it, Sophia threw it into the sea. Sophia is Sophos. But you... I pity you.
It doesn't seem like trouble to me.
Alas, poor little Burton. You still don't understand. The number of our souls suggests our fate. It might be changed through algorithms temporarily, swirling, shifting, or transforming alongside other changes occurring on the coordinate axis. But in the end, we can only be ourselves. 1 is thought. 2 is opinion. 3 is wisdom. 4 is strength. 5 enthusiasm. 6 harmony. 7 order. 8 philanthropy. 9 is restraint. While 10 is completion. 0, however, is in the middle of the axis, the origin of the frame of reference. It's neither positive nor negative, neither prime nor composite. Things are ever changing, but you stay the same. Your loneliness also lasts forever.
Yeah, because she's a timekeeper.
This is your fate. Being exposed in full view of the crowd, yet you know nothing about it. 37 was acting on impulse, yet she opened Pandora's box. She leisurely reveals your fate. That carefree behavior makes no difference to picking up a shell on a beach. How could I not pity you?
The man waves his hand and walks away. The air is still. Only the sound of waves come from afar.
Miss Virtue.
The leader stands in the dark.
37's proof has passed the review. Your friend will now be exempt from the punishment for violating the rules. However, she has to take some catch-up lessons on the scripture. Please, meet me at the hall tomorrow at noon. I would have words with you.
To be continued. Let's see. 14. Chain of Peace. In this life, there's three kinds of men. Just as there are three. Okay. Best of all, however, are those who come to look on. The greatest purification of all is therefore silence. Also, I guess I can't pause those things.
Before this negotiation begins, I wish to tell an allegory to the two of you.
Yeah.
A group of people were imprisoned in a cave.
Remember the person I was telling you that
There was a fire. Before them was a tall, solid wall. Their legs and necks were chained and fixed, so they were constrained to look nowhere but to gaze at the wall in front of them. When they dropped their eyes, they saw their own body. When they looked up, the flickering light of the fire fell over them, and they only saw the shadows of what was passing behind them.
they didn't have 37 to help them out.
Lived one day outside the cave. The shadows cast on the wall all there was to be perceived as reality. They had no knowledge of the real world. One day, one of them escaped from the cave, walked into the light, and saw the true world with his own eyes for the first time. Everything he saw or felt in the cave was nothing more than a mere shadow of the object's true form. Our world is a poor one, Miss Virgin. The phenomenal world is the cave in this allegory, where we are surrounded by shadows or some humble fractions of the truth. It is ugly, frivolous, filthy, perishable, subject to decay, and filled with hollow desires and meaningless struggles. Only the wise can walk out of that cave and see the world as it truly is. In that eternal, transcendent world, everything is in its most perfect form. I pray that you, Miss Vertin, the representative of St. Pavlov Foundation, and you, Miss Arcana, a counterpart of Manus Vindicte, would pay heed to my words. Everything you've been fighting each other for is no more than some fragments of phenomena to us. There's only one thing worth doing. That is, to seek higher wisdom, develop one's virtue, and achieve greatness in life. We have never set foot on the soil dampened by the storm, nor have we ever been involved in the disputes brought by the torrents of time. I beg you, do not take your conflict in the phenomenal world into the realm of truth.
For certain.
Arcana.
It was never my intention to sully the sanctuary of truth.
Then, to prevent a situation like this from happening again, I would like to ask you two to carve your names on these two stone bangles and drip a drop of your blood on each of them. Once the bracelet is put on, no one will be able to remove it. From now on, as long as you're on this island, none of your people will draw blood from one another. Or the bangle shall draw all the blood from you. The peace agreement is so decided.
Arcana stretches out her hand and gently takes the bangle.
I appreciate that. I'll sign it.
The later nod gives a slight nod. He looks up from the table and simply strides away. What do you mean, like that they saw the person again? The Arcana?
The peace agreement.
So they're signing a thing where I guess they won't bother each other or something. Someone is approaching. Yes. She is still here from the beginning to the
Lady
end.
Burton, we meet again.
Wait, what do you mean, like what the man was talking about? You mean about the bangles, or? Because some reason I think it was a dispute between Arcana and then Vertin. And that's how Sonata got in trouble. Because that's how she broke the silence. I think I might have missed that part.
I wish the best to thy friend.
She's doing well, thanks to you.
You're most welcome. Thou shalt quench, for times hath changed. I would not wish to shed even a drop of Arcanist's blood in vain.
But Schneider should be the victim of a merciless bullet?
Burton, my pitiful child. Did you forget? That merciless bullet cameth from a gun never belonging to me.
What's Manus Vindicte's purpose to be here?
Hearken the archaic wisdom. Just as thou doest.
The stone bangle is hot, almost scalding.
I am not surprised. I adore thy visage, Lady Verton, emotionless in the storm. Alas, no man shall bravest the storm and live, including thee.
Her words sound as harsh as the winter gale. An emotional suddenly comes. It's raging like a bushfire, but soon gets
A wooden
tamed.
box in the Elitiao's base has my name on it. Was that your doing?
Sadly, it wasn't. I hope thee findeth the answer satisfactory.
The figure of Cana disappears in the night. The stone bangle at the wrist becomes suddenly heated.
It's burning.
Something is slithering in the woods nearby.
Is that Miss Arcana? Miss Arcana, please, don't go! Save us! And save...
The two weary figures run past Vertin. They are chasing after their leader desperately as they're running away from some horrible monster. Following them, a petite figure rushes out of the woods.
No! Come back! Come back!
Uh-oh.
You ignorant foreigners! I just started introducing vectors and matrices, and that's the most interesting part!
Is that why they ran away?
Burton! Right. You always show up at the right time and right place. Stop them as people! Whatever it takes!
Is it gonna be a fight? To be continued. We're on. Do we? Let's see where we on. Was this? Oh, it is a fight. Oh. Okay, let's put I'm gonna put Melina back in. How come she doesn't have anything?
Nothing unexpected. Connor. Whose heart is beating so loud?
Pansy.
Yeah, I know.
Don't be so serious.
Oh, need me to get you guys an ambulance?
Retreat! What? I can't make the call?
Tú decides. Yeah, I know. Tú decides. What? You still don't recognize me? What about now? Time for a special ta-da! Time for a special massage.
Plan A. Whose heart is beating so loud? A mic's passed. Talking out calms people down. Agents have guns. It's called common sense.
Switch it up.
Yeah, I know.
Pansy.
Tú decides. Oh, need me to get you guys an ambulance? Ta-da! Time for a special massage. Now, let me choose two
Whose heart
lucky
is beating so loud?
ladies and gentlemen. This is no magic, nor any special kind of medicament. It's just
That went smooth.
Exactly.
Look at you, climbing out of the cave in the allegory, all dusty and dirty like a little savage. They must have tried to fill your little brain with long preachment. But you should feel lucky, because at least they didn't give you a quiz right after that.
I was not listening.
Oh, that's our expert on absent-mindedness. We should bear in mind those glory days of yours back in school. Try to reach the corners of your mind, if you would. And there you will find another bunch of people standing in front of a stone table. Yes, those people in gowns. White gowns with gray diamond patterns. One of them was standing on the stairs, gathering all the little vacant eyes to his side. What was he called?
Alright, take care, Master Gore.
Teacher, instructor, tutor, the educator. Just titles like that. No names at all. No one gets to write down their names on that banner, after all. But they have nothing to complain about. You know what they say? What is reasonable is real. That which is real is reasonable. They showed you a broad avenue in their teachings where you could enjoy a sense of security with all the solid ground, convenient automobiles, and warm sunshine. And at the end of the avenue even lies an inspiring mission, to which you are expected to devote your whole life. There is a distinction between good and bad here, and it's as clear as our innate sense of right and wrong, like a floor of black and white tiles. Any stains on it will be noticed immediately. But in fact, there exists another path in the woods. It's much less traveled, leading to the unknown darkness which cannot be seen with eyes or proved false. You may even experience indescribable chaos and madness there. This path, however, has an excellent view, and it's one of a kind. The plants are thriving with bursting energy, and the flowers are blooming in a delightful atmosphere. So, which will you take?
Just take the path.
Oh, that's not an easy choice to make. This grammar must give you a round of applause. I would have even pinned a boutonniere to your suit if I had one. But I have to remind you, those things in there are not easy to deal with. They can drive you insane, and you have to be very careful. You've seen the living proof. Many were freaked out after they came back. and people had to tie and lock them up. Others even dug their own graves.
Oh, if you look at my about page, there's a Pokemon thing they could go. So there's also where you could buy the Pokeballs if needed, or I forget what the command is to buy Pokeballs though. Let's see, is it Pokeshop buy? Let's see. But in the extension, you could buy the Pokeballs or like the different stuff.
Oh, my. That was a bit over the top. I hope I didn't scare you, darling. Here's some good news to cheer you up. Actually, there's still one more way you can take. It would be a good choice if you want to enjoy the scenery without getting lost in the darkness.
Another way.
I'm sure you know that myth. You shall take the soul of your love out of the underworld, yet you shall not look back.
Oh, we saw that. We know this one.
That's right. You shall pass by the sleeping sirens, yet you shall not make a sound. The ones with the belief set off. They entered the dark woods barefooted, yet moved so smoothly, as if they were walking on the avenue. They kept their mouths shut and eyes forward. They never turned back, never picked up what was not theirs, never set foot on the forbidden lands, and never looked straight to sacred greatness. They showed frugality, patience, and wisdom in the face of hunger and danger. So the beasts continued to lurk in the shadow, and the ones with the belief passed through the woods safely, until the path disappeared along with the direction sign. Then the first one to look back gave an exclamation before being exiled.
Is it really reasonable to take it?
Think about what I just said. That which is real is reasonable. Never look back in the woods, darling. If you don't want to be turned into a pillar of salt which can do nothing but wail, then never ever look back.
Let me see if I finish this way.
Yes, we'd better stay awake, stay calm, stay cautious all the time. But then there comes the problem. How can you ignore your love for those thriving plants and blooming flowers? How are you supposed to deal with the unstoppable feeling that overflows like a melody when it is stirred up by the beauty of the scenery?
Wait, so, I think it's the fourth panel. It should be right underneath, Hey, are you on the phone or are you on PC? Let's see, let me check on my phone and see where it goes.
Of course. You will cry the loudest cry, dance the wildest dance, drink the strongest drink, and vomit all the filth inside you.
Oh, it's not on the phone. Oh, I don't see it on the phone part. Alright, let's see. Is there any let's see. Alright, let's see if this still works again or not. Oh, oops, wrong thing. Let's see, try again. Oh.
After all, there is no need to enter the woods if the soul-stirring scenery is not what you are after.
It doesn't sound like a good way.
No. So you better let it slip your mind, darling. Just let it go and hurry forward. Remember to keep your eyes shut and hold your breath. When you do so, the scenery will no longer mean anything to you, nor will the fragrance of the flowers. You will get out of the woods and reach where the truth lies. Is that what you want? Don't worry. We have plenty of time. You may come back at any time and pick another way.
$15. So far, I think we got. Let's see. We started at number 11, and it's been almost like an hour from the story. Part 15: Convergent Birds.
Congratulations, Miss Sonetto. You are the fastest learner of our doctrine among all the visitors in the past half-century.
And you
On
wanted to
behalf of
kill
all
me.
orators, I award you this laurel wreath.
No, I wouldn't have achieved this without your guidance.
So, wonder what the time frame is from her trial versus how she got this.
But there's still something confusing me, such as Pythagoras and his golden thigh, his memory of the previous lifetimes as the son of Hermes, and the transmigration for every 216 years. Could you please tell me more about these?
Oh, what happened? The door is finally kicked open. Two outsiders, heads dropping to their chests, are dragged to the halls of truth. Alright, take care.
Failed to see the charm of the matrices. This is not right. I need to spend more time.
Anything good?
Anyone, save us!
Thus my journey of art is doomed to fail. I really don't want to study maths anymore.
Nobody cares what they are yelling. S-37 continues to grumble to herself. The two men are dragged into different rooms.
Timekeeper, you are here.
I heard that you completed all the lessons on the scripture. This laurel wreath suits you well.
Yet Sonata keeps her head low.
Timekeeper, I'm sorry. At the assembly, I failed to understand the arcanist logic. It was totally different to the debates I have participated in. But now I have...
That was not your fault, Sonetto. It is now behind us. I need to tell you something more important. I've signed a peace agreement with Arcana, and the price of breaking it is... death.
Uh-oh.
What? So Manus Vindictae is also restrained by the stone bangle like we are.
Chief Assistant ponders out loud, having already moved her laurel crown.
Yes, she put it on without hesitation. But I don't think her purpose would be as simple as hearkening the ancient wisdom.
Unlike other stones in the Foundation collection, before it is activated, it looks harmless, rough, moderate weighted, and
I
no.
attacked Manus' followers earlier as 37 asked me to. But I received no punishment from the bangle. Perhaps this island makes its own judgment on what to be classified as hostility. Like it has a mind of its own. Sonetto, do not report this to the headquarters before we figure out how the bangle works. After all, there are many other things to investigate on this island, other than Manus Vindictae.
see. I will contact Miss Juvis and Miss Moisson first and keep an eye on Arcana. Timekeeper, this island, the Manus's mask, and your suitcase are all immune to the storm. Does this mean we could collect more asymmetrical nuclide R samples?
I tried to collect some samples last night in the outer region of the island, but the detecting device showed nothing. If we were to find out more, we have to go to the center area.
What are you conspiring now?
Sophia.
Do not poke the fire with stones, and do not jump over a crossbar. The assembly will not be held every time when there's a crime. Please take heed of my warning, and do not overstep the line. Learn a lesson from them.
Oh, she got out of the jail? One discipline had the undercover suit, and they just survived the explosion.
Lilia, didn't you say you have Regulus with you safely?
Apologies, Vertin. I was going to rescue Sonetto through a very creative underground tunnel. But things didn't quite go as planned.
Regulus shimmers in a dance-like step, trying to shake off the dust.
Not a bad innovation for a simple clap on the forehead. If only you didn't miscalculate the location of the explosion.
This apple is grateful that it didn't get blasted into a puddle of apple jam.
Warning. Shell cleaning required. Warning.
I don't know why, but when I was in that cave, ideas kept flooding into my head. Though, judging by the outcome, they weren't all good ideas.
Sophia puts her head on her forehead, looks extremely fatigued.
On a routine patrol, I found them trying to break into the cave. I'm not surprised that an irrational number would try to trespass on forbidden grounds. But you two? The integer and the fraction? What were you doing with her? This is a serious crime.
Life has suddenly become a lot more difficult.
Do we have to go through this debate again? It's okay, Timekeeper. I will defend Regulus. I've thoroughly studied the scripture, and this time I'm sure I can do better. Forget it.
She's not gonna report it, right? Sophia mutters to herself.
Forget it. It is unwise to waste time trying to understand an irrational number's motive. Besides, we should let the reckless take care of the least important matters.
She gives them a smirky smile.
That's it. Regulus, you will come with me to clean the beach.
Huh? Me? Again?
Since you have too many floating points, words of discipline would not work on you. We would have suggested you study with the rest of the students here. Abstain from eating meat, bathe in cold water, rise with the Apollo star, study our doctrine, read the scripture aloud on the beach, so as to remove your floating points and purify your soul.
What? I won't do any of that.
But taking your peculiar character into consideration, I decided that some compulsory labor would be the better option.
Oh, that's the best news of the day. I'd rather clean up the rubbish on the beach than be surrounded by people giving sermons. At least the rubbish doesn't talk gibberish. I'd be dead if you didn't change your mind.
Regulus, studying the scripture is not that scary. They will teach you and guide you until you take full command.
Like she's gonna sit down.
Taking lessons at school.
I don't think you really like going to school.
Is that what schools are like?
matters as such. So, where were we? Which part of the beach needs to be taken care of? Great, Captain!
My laboratory.
Wait, what?
Oh, where did you pop up from?
37 blinks her eyes emotionally and entirely ignores Regulus' complaint.
37. Aren't you supposed to preach to the visitors?
I've seen their numbers. A group of negative repeating infinite decimals. They will achieve nothing but to repeatedly step in the river of mistakes. I gave up on them.
Those are the two that was escaped before.
Fine. Those of you who are complicit in breaking into the cave will also be sent to labor. Sinetto and Lilia will come with me to patrol. Regulus, you can go clean the lab. As for Burton, you will assist 37 with her study of the emanation. Don't waste more time on the trivial matters of the phenomenal world. Integers. That was the sole reason you were on this island, was it not?
Sophia turns around and leaves. She stops a few steps away from them, silently urging the pro team to move.
Don't let down your guard. The arcanists on this island are not as easy to deal with as you imagine. Down in the cave, I heard some pretty alluring and intriguing anecdotes.
Miss Lilia, this way. You will cover this area.
Stay on the radio.
The Flying Witch waves her hand and departs to her new job determinedly.
Don't worry, Timekeeper. Lilia and I will keep an eye on Manus will dictate.
We are counting on you, Sinetto. I have a feeling we are coming closer to a big secret.
The mess head wants to escape from the classroom of truths. Again, stop them. Let's see, who should I recommended? So is our beast characters weak against these guys? I know. Okay, so we'll use her, and I'm just gonna use Regulus in that one too. Okay.
Nothing unexpected. For now.
I hear some of this.
Yeah, I know.
Talking out calms people down.
Oh, need me to get you guys. Oh, need me to get you guys an ambulance?
Okay.
Do this. Yeah, I know. Ta-da! Time for a special massage. Need me to get you guys an ambulance?
This will eventually they will eventually understand the beauty of mathematics. So what does the stars mean? Oh, so it's like the... Okay, I see. So, from urgent to non-urgent stuff? Or like the rating? 16. I'm not sure how many levels are in, or how many parts are in chapter 5th. Because for chapter 4, chapter, yeah, I'm not sure, was it 20 something? Yeah. Part 16, sound alarm.
What am I looking at? So your so-called sacred project is this gigantic IDM computer?
Regulus inspects the computer like an expert.
I was curious about them during my stay in the class. Those later versions of the model are so much better than the 66 ones. But this one doesn't seem that far advanced to those. This is not a junk piece the man has sold you, is it?
Items of the phenomenal world are all a waste. This one is long broken. After the emanation, we couldn't find anyone to repair it.
Why do you keep referring to the storm as the emanation? What does the emanation mean?
It is the waves of Numa. We are the expellees of the world of forms. We were banished to this damp and dark cave. Everyone here is obsessed with the fake light on the wall, but forgets to look for the truth. Numa, however, will lead us to escape the cave and return to a more supreme realm.
Eh? You make it sound like we're living in piles of rubbish.
Aren't we?
Of course not. If you ask me, I'd say you have absolutely no idea how wonderful the outside world is. Because you have never left here to try it yourself. Dr. Pepper, the music festivals, Rory Storm, the Hollies, and the Rolling Stones. Oh, there are too many to count. If it weren't for this sick storm, I would still be riding a motorcycle in one of those races in London.
Your soul must be pretty contaminated.
And the computer, they can calculate extremely large numbers within seconds, better than hundreds of thousands of you combined together.
Welcome back. What did you cook?
Also, this computer has never played a useful part in our study.
Come on, mate. You people just leave it in a cave. It's like sending an infant to the kitchen and waiting for it to bring you dinner. Never mind, you'll see what I mean after I fix it.
Regulus mutters as she gets down on the ground and crawls closer to the computer.
Can you fix an IDM, Regulus?
Oh, nice. What kind of pizza?
No, but I've seen the Laplace people do it. It shouldn't be too difficult, I assume. Oh, the dust! When was the last time you sent people down here to clean? Oh, some critters are nesting here. Oh, did I break into your party?
Oh, nice.
Bertie, come give me a hand. They won't let me touch him.
Laboratory in the caves. Alright.
Finally, some interesting work.
We got some critters. Let's see. Do I need a debuff? Yeah, might as well.
Why is beating so loud?
Yeah, I know.
I hear something. Don't be so furious.
Need me to get you guys an ambulance?
Retreat! What? I can't make the call? Wait for 5 seconds.
Do this, do this.
Ta-da! Time for a special massage.
Which one?
Yeah, do this, do this.
heart is beating so loud?
Hey, hey, hey! Don't be shy, mi amigo.
Oh.
I hear something. Whose heart is beating so loud?
Let's do this
The show's
guy.
on, hounds. Wait for 5 seconds. Time waits for no one, even for a great people. An unconventional choice.
Now,
We should listen to what people say.
yes, I know. Ladies and gentlemen, this is no magic, nor any special kind of electronic. It's just luck.
Secrets always hide in careless words. Listen carefully.
Oh, need me to get you guys an ambulance? 777.
Green numbers appear on the screen. After getting rid of the parasite pests, the dusty behemoth begins to miraculously return to life.
You fixed it. It's great to have you clean the laboratory, Regulus. The floating point immediately reduced.
Oh, is that a compliment? Sounds like one to me.
It's a wordplay, Captain. Infinity minus any numbers still equals to infinity.
Fine, fine. I should have given up the idea of changing your eccentric sorting system a long time ago. What's the meaning of humans inventing computers if these machines were only left here for some critters to nest in?
Thanks, TV. Now we can have a look at the previous models, Regulus. But it's a pity since it only has the data before 2003. Everything in the past 4 years has gone missing.
37 fingers are dancing over the keyboard. She seems surprisingly familiar with the operating this computer.
This is our chronology, Burton. From 1999 to 2007, the emanation has taken place 7 times. In the initial 4 years, the emanation has a pattern. First, it brought us back to the 90s, then the 80s, and then the 70s. After that, it suddenly leaped to the 30s. In the subsequent 3 years, it took place twice. Every record here can perfectly match what is in the Foundation's files. Wait, these are the records before 2003, you say? But this one refers to the storm in 1966, which happened recently. These are indeed the records before 2003. What's following the records is our forecast.
That's to say, you prophesied the 1966 storm 4 years prior to its occurrence. How is this possible? That you are clever enough to develop such a precise mathematical model, while at the same time you just let the IDM become the home of these critters.
We just worked out the patterns in the number sequences. You made such precise prediction even without leaving the island. That's incredible.
37 lips curl unhappily.
To find out the pattern of its flow. Moreover, we would send people to observe in the phenomenal world. My mother was one of them. She is the co-author of this model. Nobody knows this computer better than her.
So you have a mother too?
You?
Where is your mother now?
Like many people, she was restored to her true form. Since then, I took over this laboratory.
The form, you said? 37? What is it?
What kind of question is this?
She tilts her head, looking genuinely confused.
Form, or the essence, is what's left of you after all the fakeness has been peeled off.
What's that mean? So what does it look like if the fakeness is taken off? "17. The empty ship. It returns as scheduled, yet empty-handed.
Now we are listening to the New Year collection. The world-famous painting Mona Lisa was found and returned to Musée du Louvre in the afternoon of December 13th. The U.S. Congress passed the Federal
Are we still in 2007?
formally establishing the Federal Reserve System. The conflict between Austria-Hungary and Serbia has escalated. Bulgaria challenged the Bucharest Peace Treaty. Tension is building up over the Balkan Peninsula. In London, futurists gathered under Big Ben, celebrating the upcoming 1914.
This is news of the outside world?
Wait, so what year are they hearing? Paying full attention to the unfamiliar as the snatch of news when the channel knob has been.
Well, I am with Sophia.
Yeah.
Arcana's still in the hall. She hasn't taken any action so far. Got it. Please keep an eye on the Mana's followers. Be mindful of the restrictions set by the Bangle. Who are you talking to?
So that immediately hides Miss Radio behind her.
Just checking up on Lilia.
Please stay vigilant during the patrol. This is the last place we need to check. We must keep this graveyard clean. Our dead deserve to be left in peace and undisturbed by the phenomenal world.
Miss Sophia, you said this is the graveyard?
Her hands quiver a little.
Yes, the geometry graveyard it is called. 4 years ago, my father was restored to a geometric body on his way back to the island. So was 37's mother, who was also on that ship.
Why are you crying, Sophia?
I was wrong. We calculated it wrong, 37. We miscalculated the impacted area of the emanation. We thought the ships would be safe in the Gorgon current, but the safe area is in fact 5 degrees away. When the emanation happened, the bow of their ship had just entered the safe area. It was too late.
Yep.
My dad is gone. So is your mom.
I know. But why are you crying? My mom and your dad have come back to us, right?
Have come back? Do you call this coming back? Like this? In the form of geometric bodies? Cold and silent? Being pushed to the shore?
37 frowns, looking confused. But then the corner of her lips turns up. As usual, she works out to answer within seconds. Swift and precise.
No, they have gone somewhere further. Look at them. These geometric bodies. How pure and how elegant. I've never seen such perfect geometric bodies before. If they are not from the eternal and transcendental world of forms, how should we explain this?
37?
I'm going to study the emanation, Sophia. This is the best chance ever. The transcendental world finally opens its door to us. We will reach our hands to the forms and explore the oldest and eternal laws. Will you help me, Sophia? Next time I will definitely make a better calculation. I promise.
Have another what? Wave laps against the beach. Oh. The fine sand and near Mexico ships are bathed with undulating moonlight. Despite the endless tide, they maintain their form, never erode. An eternal monument. Sophia lowers her head as she starts trying to cut herself out of the misery memory.
Thank you for assisting 37 with her research, Neto.
No, I didn't do anything. Timekeeper knows the storm better.
You have helped us greatly by just coming onto this island. For all this time, 37 has been locked up in the laboratory, refusing to talk to anyone, nor participate in any group study. Since the two-day emanation in 1929. It is you who helped her revive her interest.
So how old are they?
These are Timekeeper's contributions. I barely did anything.
Sophia smiles bitterly and looks away.
I can't help 37. Because I don't see the charm of numbers. I lack the perception that an integer should have. That's why I can't see my own number.
The number's charm? Sorry, I have never thought about this. For me, Arcanum is my inborn mission. If you ask me, you are an unbelievably excellent Arcanist. You can flatten the ground, clean up the beach, and rectify errors. You did it in an efficient and precise manner, which is already an advanced ritual.
Any students who have sworn to knowledge can do this easily. They aren't doing my job because they wish not to waste time on these trivial fragments of the phenomenal world. Because they have seen the truth.
The phenomenal world is never complete. Like you can never draw a perfect circle there. No matter how much time you spend on it or how sophisticated your device is, it is impossible to draw a perfect circle in the phenomenal world. Arrows always exist. The floating points after the decimal can be reduced, but not destroyed. The perfect circle only exists in the abstract transcendental world. Of course, anyone in the world can find out the value of pi through the most primitive method. Egyptians, Greeks, Chinese, and Babylonians, they have all tried. They made circles with twine, painted on the ground with twigs, or measured the land with cubit rods. But none of them actually drew a perfect circle. However different their practices were, they found out the sole truth, the approximate value of pi. Because the essence of the circle is hiding in the imperfect manifestation of it. This is the truth. It is eternal, unchanged, pure, and transcendent. Anyone can reach out to it at any time, in any place, by any means, and everyone will get the same answer from it. The forms transcend all matters. The world of matters we live in is being flooded and destroyed by the tides of Numa. When the tides recede, what is left on the beach is the essence.
This doesn't sound right. Let me think. How come your theory reminds me of the Manus Doctrine?
37. We see the storm very differently. Among all the other things, we saw it first of all as a disaster.
But earthquakes, floods, volcanic eruptions, these are also disasters. These catastrophic events happen not because they have a reason to destroy. They just happen in this world, like we do. This is what my mother taught me. She must be proud that she's a perfect geometric body now.
I'm sorry for mentioning your mother.
Why do you apologize, Furton? Are you feeling guilty? This is a very unusual feeling for a number like you.
I don't get it. Why did you say my number is 0?
$18. Outside the cave.
I just saw it. The numbers of everything and every being would just emerge in front of me. I see it, and I speak it out loud. That's it.
210 told me numbers imply our fate.
37 frowns more deeply.
Don't believe him, Verton. Numbers are just numbers. I know nothing about fate. Fine. I don't think I like 210. And the feeling goes both ways for us. Because I once said he is a poor number. 210 equals 2 times 3 times 5 times 7. He is the product of all prime numbers between 1 and 10. Looks like he has it all, but he doesn't have any real forte. He likes to sugarcoat himself with metaphors. Only those with a flawed essence would adore the trickery of words.
This is indeed an extreme comment.
And 6 is no better. Every leader of a Piron has been a 6. 6 is the perfect number since it equals the sum of all its proper divisors. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. But this number has been overrated. He's not that special.
What about your number? What does 37 mean?
I don't know.
She presses her
I'm
lips.
37. I've known it since I was born. So does everyone else. People told me what it means, but I have never tried to prove their theory. I know very little of fate, so I always think...
So what did the other people say her number was?
If I find out their essences, does it mean I have known them better?
"37 once tried to tell me my number.
Sophia takes a deep breath.
She wrote it down and put it into a bottle, but I couldn't get up the courage to open it. I didn't want to know. I once made a horrible mistake.
An unforgivable miscalculation. It makes me worried that I may also be a mistake. So I threw the bottle into the sea.
She stopped her patrol and turned back briskly.
This is how 37 is different from us. We are all prisoners of that cave. Only the wise one can find her way out of the cave and return to rescue the rest of us. I'm the ignorant prisoner who sits, and she's the wise one who returns. I will be crushed into dust by the truth, while she will be the star shining above it.
Yes, she has heard the hero, but never quite like this version. The red-headed girl lets out a sigh, raises her gaze out above the sea at the twinkling night sky.
The truth is like the stars in the night sky. Beautiful, but cold. It has been there long before my existence, and will stay that way long after I'm gone. It sheds no tears for the weak, nor laments the tragic fate. It's forever bright, and always moving forward. The person who avoids the truth is not qualified to study it. I'm sorry. My interpretation has been emotional.
No. I think I kind of know how you feel, Miss Sophia. However unworthy you think you are, there must be something we can do. Maybe we can't reach the core of the truth, but we can clean up the path to it for the future explorers. This is our fate.
Interesting insight. I have come to understand why 37 likes you so much. Let us go back to work then. Start from dusting the tombstones.
Alright, I've had enough of these Sol Numa related idle topics. I want to have a look at your model. Wow, seriously? How did you get this far?
Regulus eagerly pokes her head over, but 37 is faster. She has switched off the computer swiftly.
This model has been proven wrong. For 4 whole years we had been optimizing it. But the emanation in 1929 only lasted for 2 days, which means our calculation was entirely a failure. That model is just like this computer. It's a piece of junk. And this is all I can present to you.
37 drops her head, looking sad.
No, it's not junk. I think I know why your model didn't work.
What?
Manus Vindicte has changed history. They accelerated history, forcing historical events to happen earlier than they were supposed to. Thus, the storm in 1929 occurred sooner than it should.
No way!
37 stares at her in astonishment. Her shoulders shiver.
Controlling the emanation. Changing the history of the outside world. Numa is eternal and transcendental. It won't obey any orders given from the phenomenal world. Neither will it change its patterns because of some fragments.
I'm telling the truth, 37. I've been there, in the storm of 1929. Your model was not wrong. You just missed some key information. You've never been to the place where the storm falls, and thus know nothing about the symptoms of the storm syndrome and the true purposes of Manus Vindicte.
No! That's impossible! Even if there are means to control the emanation, it wouldn't be like this. If this is true, does it mean the phenomenal world, this insignificant phenomenal world, is more transcendental? Mother's model was defeated by this?
She holds herself with a pale face, as if making a tough decision. Eventually, she speaks up again with great difficulty.
Burton, could you give us proof? The proof that Manus Vindictae accelerated history and triggered the emanation.
I swear I wasn't lying.
No, not like this. To prove it in front of Eperon. Go to our sacred place. To the Hall of Truth. In the depths of the cave. There, everyone can see the essence of the world. I beg you, give them your proof, just like how we submit the proof of our soul number.
Trails the Misfit.
Come here. Place your hand on it. Feel the texture. The craft is one of a kind, not some cheapie you can get from the flea market. I mean it. This is a Keelian, and even the most traditional, delicate, and expensive kind. It has applied fiery red as the dominant color, and the stitches are perfectly neat.
Where does it come from?
From the sea, just like you, Doc. It arrived with a meerschaum pipe, a glass jar, a pack of sugar cubes, and a child in panic. Both she and the Keeling were born on the land where the craft originated. Their appearances apply the same dominant color, and the patterns in them share similar complexity.
Who is this? Who is the child?
Oh, your curiosity is aroused. But we are not done with the carpets yet. You've always got to get a souvenir or two every time you reach a new place. So you will have something to show when you tell the stories one day, right? Look at these handmade fabrics. How splendid! Those incredible patterns were the only thing on the craftswomen's minds when they made the carpets. It's safe to say they have spent their whole life improving their skills at using the vertical loom. And that's how we get these carpet knots arranged in beautiful lines. But they are just people like us. What if they get distracted? What if the carpet knots go off the right track and get tied to the wrong thread? Then you will be in trouble. Big trouble. All the problems in the universe will come at you, and the situation will be even worse than the bureaucratic system of a millennial empire.
Can't we do something to fix it?
I like the pragmatic quality in you. I'm sure it will make your life even more wonderful. The people will be impressed and line up to tackle the problems for you. Oh, don't be mad. Some make troubles and others deal with the troubles. That happens. You know, every question has a questioner when they are raised. Likewise, every error has a corrector when they are corrected. That's how we get to know them.
Them?
The correctors. An ancient profession. Their duty is to remove the loose threads and iron out the wrinkles on the carpets. In the language of this island, that is to check the calculations on the papyri and even the holes on the punched tapes. No one is capable of doing this job except the altruists, because it is similar to unraveling a ball of wool. Besides finding the end of the threads, you must always pay attention to the cats. Yes, the cats. They may jump on the ball and make things even worse. And she, The red-haired little girl with the carpet in her arms was overwhelmed at the beginning. Not yet familiar with the ruler, she tried her best to find the end of the threads. So the cats took the opportunity to jump on her together and left countless scratches on that little forehead. Poor girl. So that's the problem every corrector has to deal with. Their job is to correct errors. But what if their own existence is also part of the errors? Oh, it's no big deal. There is more than one loom in this world. She left the complicated patterns behind and came to this simple kingdom featuring numbers only. There she made the first contact with a spinning loom named geometry. She had never seen anything like that before, and it was almost impossible for her to comprehend how it worked. She could hardly convert the numbers on the books into an actual diagram in her brain. Without a whole picture of what she was working on, she resorted to her hard work and more hard work. Then a long time passed, leaving one...
Hey, Vitamin, how's everything?
Fingers. Later, the wounds even became calluses.
How's your day? Yeah, I was talking to Master Gore earlier that we should like set up a game night for like either I guess there's the ad.
In the end, her hands were no longer tender, but tough enough to resist the damage from the loom. Yes, she has won a place on this island for herself.
I'm happy for her.
Yes, she's a quick learner. She learned even faster than some of the locals.
Oh, nice.
That was not enough, because she has been outmatched by her playmate, the leading one in the field of mathematics in the island. That girl is like a perfect piece of satin born by nature. It is decorated by the beauty of mathematics and geometry. No manual work involved. In order to reach the showcase where that perfect piece lies, and to stay on the right track and fit into the school, she has done everything she could. But, she is still the most distinctive carpet there. Anyone can tell that as long as they spend some time on the island.
It's not wrong to be distinctive.
Of course not. She's only a bit different from others. So she will continue to weave on the loom until one day the spindle pierces her callus and the fire burns everything to the ground. Shh. I should stop here. You know that mathematician who was thrown into the sea? He died because he said something he shouldn't have. Cut not wood on a public road. Open not an unwanted bottle. I don't know what to say next. I guess the best line for this circumstance is...
See you later. Games are pretty so good so far. We started at chapter 11, I think, and we're up to chapter 9. We did do Genshin earlier for the food event, so we got some new food recipes. But that was pretty interesting, the Genshin one. Oh, I was saying earlier when the ads popped up, I think I was talking to Master Gore. We should like set up a game night for like either Mario Kart or Mario Party Superstars, golf, Switch Sports. But I'm not sure when like everybody's available. $19. The upstream boat. Refuse quick fixes. Door-to-door sales. Flip to the answer page. And the porch deck can be reached in only one step. We're trying to get to chapter 20. want to stop at 20.
Wait a second, just a second. Isn't this still the dungeon? Are you setting us up?
She's back into the dungeon again.
Our caves are interconnected. This is the way to our sacred place.
37 Way. I remember Sophia once told us that trespassing on the sacred place is a serious crime.
No worries. The restrictions were to help us not be distracted by the unimportant details in life. It would not stop us from seeking the
Oh,
truth.
okay.
Excellent. I will tell it to the Abraxas when it shows up.
The birds. Who's here? Who else is here? Reckless suddenly
Hey,
stops.
37. Are you sure this is the right way? My heart just sank as if I took a bite of those overnight potato chips.
Are you scared?
Why is she smiling?
Oh, you wish. When I was exploring underground with Lilia earlier, we ran into some fog like this one. Oh, it doesn't bring you any wanted guess, mind you.
Maybe you were their target because you are an irrational man.
Oh, is that so? You interrupted. Good luck. Don't beg this pirate for help later.
Hold that. Something is coming out.
Is it somebody we know, or is the main... Oh, it's monsters. Several strange figures emerge from the fog, staggering over.
Rooster ahead with two snakes as its feet. Abraxas. That's weird. Why are they here?
They're coming for us.
Ha! What did I say? Don't beg.
Regulus, prepare for battle.
Okay, I know. I was just teasing her.
Oh, what happened to Verton? Oh, so that we can't Verton attack them because they have the peace treaty?
The stone bangle is activated. But they're just Abraxas. Regulus, wait for their attack. Do not kill them.
What? What kind of request is this?
Listen to me, Regulus. That's of prime importance.
Fine. If it is of prime importance, this pirate will try her best.
Hey, give me a chip.
Oh, what are these? These doesn't look like the Abraxas. Pacts once formed cannot be broken. The first allied character to take action each round cannot act again until the end of the next round, and takes 30% decreased damage for the third. Oh, okay.
Whose heart is beating so loud? Planting.
Yes, I know.
Oh?
Oh, need me to get you guys an ambulance?
Same thing. Okay.
I hear something.
Do this, yes, I know.
Radio waves are everywhere.
Need me to get you guys an ambulance? Hey! Don't be shy, mi amigo.
Let's dance. Hey, I'm the support staff.
Hey, Millie. How's everything?
Do this,
Whose heart is beating so loud?
Oh, need me to get you guys an ambulance?
Agents have guns. It's It's called common sense.
Whew, that went smooth.
Exactly.
That's it. I still have 10 more songs to play.
These are not the same kind of Abraxas as we've encountered before. Do they have different varieties?
Wait, where is Miss 37?
The answer comes from a distance.
Hey, come on, keep up. Did she just take off like that while we fought? Sneaky little. We should leave too, Vertin.
Wait a second, Regulus. Do you sense anything familiar in the fog?
Uh-huh, you bet. This is the first guest room we were put in when we first entered the island.
No, Captain. This apple has the same strange feeling. We saw the rise of Ceres in the same kind of fog. And before that...
That's the same fog as in the Elitiao space.
That is to say... This fog is the cause of our illusion to see the Ceres and the Abraxas' attack.
Don't rush to conclusions. Follow 37 first. Oh, and what's that series you were talking about?
The fog gets thicker and thicker, yet the surroundings are becoming brighter and brighter.
I just picked up a piece of paper. Like this, just bent over and reached to the
Yeah, that's usually happens when I have a big lunch. When she straightens up again, there's a classic manuscript in her hand.
What book is it?
Oh, probably just some math problems left from the critter's breakfast. You never know. Wait, the compound of alchemy. The 12 gates leading to the discovery of the Philosopher's Stone. This is that alchemy handbook given to Edward IV by George Ripley. Why is it here?
Look at this, Captain. Of the Great Stone of the Ancients by Basil Valentine. The 112 books by Geber. Emerald's tablet in Latin. Seems like there are more ancient texts about alchemy hidden inside the whole. They are all incomplete.
Oh, so maybe I need to crack some more crossword puzzles to find out about this.
Our caves endow people with wisdom. Our secret knowledge is hidden in the silent boulder walls.
Without getting anyone's attention, 37 has gone to the other side of the cave.
Knowledge in those books is just a drop in the ocean. Follow me, Regulus.
But Regulus puts aside the manuscript and hesitates.
Vertin, you lot go ahead. Go with 37. I will meet you outside.
Oh, did she find something?
You want to read these books here?
The knowledge passed down through language can easily be distorted. Compared to the wisdom of a Peron, it's nothing.
No, I'm not going to stay here. I'm going back. Oh, alright, I might as well just admit that your cave indeed has the power to give people insights. If I follow its lead, perhaps I'll finally work out the answer about that little thing I've been carrying with me. Never thought that I'd find the answer here. Easy as picking up a shell on a beach.
What? You don't want to get closer to the truth?
Oh, of course I do. And that's precisely why I don't want to get to it so easily. I don't want it to be fed into my brain. Come on, it's the ultimate truth that we're talking about. If someone just tells me the ending of Lord of the Flies before I enjoy the movie, I'll throw them into the sea as you people do.
Oh.
She suddenly smiles.
I only met 2 people who reject the truth. So this is the mindset of irrational numbers.
Wait, who was the other one?
Thank you for being my subject of observation, Regulus.
But 37 has walked away.
We have a long way ahead.
Be careful, Regulus.
Don't worry, I know this place well enough by now. After all, I've never been so welcomed in any other place ever. Critters, monsters, creatures with strange heads. Do you worse. This pirate is not afraid of you.
To be continued. Oh, wait and see where we head to now. Oh. Well, this is a manuscript. Bizarre monsters block the captain's path. More Abraxas. Okay.
Hey, give me a chip. Just one with the lowest denomination.
I hear something.
Yeah, I know.
Talking out calms people down.
Oh, need me to get you guys an ambulance? Time for a special massage. ¿Intentaron de nuevo?
Whose heart is beating so loud?
Plan B. An unconventional choice.
A mice path.
How much damage does this should do to?
Beating so loud.
I hear.
Whose heart is beating so loud? Don't be so furious. Agents have guns. It's called comic. Radio waves are everywhere. Everywhere.
¿Intentaron de nuevo?
We should listen to what people say.
Yeah, I know. Tú decides.
Secrets always hide in careless words. Listen carefully.
What? You still don't recognize me? What about now?
Now she can return home with a peace of mind. Okay, can we? Is there other stuff we could collect before we start 20?
Forte. Piano.
Let's see. Yep. Click the 5 and okay, the 3 doors. Okay. Not sure what floating points are, but let's see. I think we unlocked everyone. So when we do 20, I'm gonna finish this with that. Set sail again. What do we unlock? Oh, we didn't. Oh, wait, huh? Nothing. 7. And I guess once we finish this 6th one, we will read everything for set sails again. Wait, do we have enough to buy?
Truly marvelous hypothesis.
Oh, we can only.
I hope the margin is wide enough to contain its demonstration.
Nice, we got it.
Oh, a rabbit.
A rabbit.
We always have a banquet after every meeting, and the rabbit stew is often placed at the right angle, which means it is the most savory dish. I think this golden rabbit means the same to you, even though it is inedible.
What else can we get?
A truly marvelous hypothesis.
Ooh.
I hope the margin is wide enough to contain its demonstration. Terrific! I already have a terrific.
Oh, what's this?
I already have a wonderful demonstration in my mind. It unfolds like the volume of Descartes. An infinite plate of food that is always near your seat.
Okay. $20.
Apeiron, the boundless, the beginning of all things. Everything originates from it and returns to it. Infinity has
That's
no
quite
start,
neat.
no end. But nothing would come into existence if there's only infinity. Look up there, Vertin. Now they are presenting in their true forms. In their purest and newest forms. Our world was born from the wounds on infinity. When it's cut by finity, the patterns of the cutting are what we call mathematics. Thus, the essences of numbers exist inside all beings, and the patterns of all numbers exist in all matters. The length of a butterfly's wings and its body are in ratio, and the plant leaves grow on their stems in the pattern of the Fibonacci spiral. This is the most primitive rhythm of Arcanum, and it is also the beginning of our extraordinary study. This is the essence.
And how do I submit my proof?
Close your eyes, Vertin. Only when your eyes are closed will your mind open up. Now, stay fully concentrated and recall the question you want to verify. Only in the absolute contemplation can truth reveal itself to you.
Close my eyes. The body is tossed up and falls into external silence, yet the soul is thrilled, celebrating its hard-earned liberty. As it rises higher, it sees farther. It transcends the eternal wheel of birth and rises beyond the continuous running wheel of time. From the void to the first existence. From 1 to 2 and then to 3. From points to lines, then to planes.
The emanation, the storm syndrome. Where are they from? Foundation, Manus Vindictae, Aperon. What roles do they play? Why does the storm fall when history trembles? Why doesn't the storm fall into the misty land? What is the ingredient of asymmetrical nuclide R?
All the clues from the past are gathering here. Points makes lines make planes. The huge net of mysteries.
World is a dark underground labyrinth. But Numa can guide us to go beyond all things and reach the exit. Vertin, can you see it?
It's burning.
Is it the bangle burning her hand now? That soul bangle on the wrist becomes scalding again. The tranquil kingdom of truth disappears, replaced with endless chaos.
Come on. Is somebody fighting with the Manus now? What's happening outside the cave?
Listen, why are you straying? The meditation goes beyond control. You will be thrown out of here. This would be a foolish mistake. The repair on this is...
Suddenly, a voice comes into the mind, like a strong wind blowing off the candle.
Alas, no man shall bravest the storm and live, including thee.
$37. $37.
All the heavenly image have gone. In the depths of the freezing cave, the mantis paws are violently knocking their heads against the wall. By their feet, 97 is lying unconscious, yet muttering unbroken soul words. The soulstone statue is still in the cave, looking down upon them indifferently.
All those illusions. If it weren't for the heat of the stone bangle that wakes me up, would I go as crazy as they did? This stone reminds me of the spinning wheel.
How? Luckily, the letterbox is still here.
Vector of asymmetric nuclei R. If the reagent turns gold after reacting with the fog here, that means the fog contains elements that can be immune to the storm.
A hint of gold forms in the glass tube. This has never happened before.
The color changed faster than I thought. The concentration of R is hundreds of times, no, thousands of times higher than in the Manus' masks. In other words, whoever owns this cave can produce the protective equipment of the storm in big numbers. Is that the reason why Arcana is here?
37 rolls over in her sleep.
Oh, Mother, how mortal. How's it feel? How's it feel? I need to take 37 out of here.
More insane pawns are charging out from the shadows, blocking their way.
So the Abraxas were people from the Manors. The fog here can affect people's minds, like those around the lake in my suitcase.
Hold up the wrists. The stone bangle is incredibly heated.
Have the Manors found a way to launch attacks without being punished by the bangle? Or don't they care about the price they will be paying anymore?
The danger is close. One must act now.
I hope Regulus didn't throw my words to the wind. I have to get rid of them first, and go out to join the others.
To be continued. Should I bring a healer, right? Or I guess we could try without the healer to see how it goes.
Some interesting work.
Pack what's form? Okay.
The conditions are not clear. A reckless attack may lead to the punishment of the bangle. I have to be careful with the method and timing of attacking.
Whose heart is beating so loud?
Yes, I know.
Bravo.
Shh! I hear something. Don't be so serious.
What? You still don't recognize me? What about now?
Oh, I didn't realize I was doing her attack again.
Whose heart is beating so loud? Handy.
Merci.
Don't be so furious. 3, 2, 1, down.
Wait. The body is melting. It turns into a seed. So this is how the Manus fight against the restrictions. They sacrifice one man to feed another.
Oh. Let's see.
Plantes, tú decides.
A mice pass.
What? You still don't recognize me?
The
What
sword
about now?
is drawn.
I might as well do the super.
Now, let me choose 2 lucky guesses.
Shh. I hear something. Handy.
Merci.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is no magic, nor any special kind of magic. It's
The sacrificed follower has been absorbed by the seed. Is this some kind of ritual?
Okay. One can see the form of everything.
37? Can you hear me?
The show's on, hounds.
Bravo.
yeah, I know.
Time waits for no one, even for a great people.
Never hesitate.
The dead followers turned into geometric symbols. Is it because of the cave? So the seed is the form of Manus Vindictae.
The forms transcend all matter.
It's evolving. What the? The fruit has been born from the flesh.
It's not as simple as I thought. I must make a plan and exercise great care.
Alright, see.
Whose heart is beating so loud?
Tú decides.
Yeah, I know.
Wait a sec. Yeah, okay, so this first.
I hear something.
Tú
This.
decides.
Yeah, I know.
Follow the will of gods.
What? You still don't recognize me? What about now? Time for a special massage.
His trumpets sound. The judgment day has come.
Plan failed.
Silenced. All right.
We should listen to what people say. Wait for 5 seconds. Candy. Secrets always hide in careless words. Listen carefully. Mm-hmm. 3, 2, 1, down.
Oh, that's ready. Okay.
Whose heart is beating so loud? The show's on, hounds. Do this here.
Yes, I know.
Oh? Time waits for no one, even for a great people.
Hey, hey, hey! Don't be shy, mi amigo. Need me to get you guys an ambulance?
Form of Manus Vindictae. It's more distorted than I thought. It's all over. Whew, that went smooth.
Exactly.
So how many? Wait, what's lots of? Let me check how many stages are on this one thing. It's chapter 5. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna check because I think this might be ending soon. Let me check what's. So there's no. Okay, let's see. Invaders in black. That which exerts the sea, which engulfs the cloud, comes heavily. Hopefully this is the last one.
Vertin, finally! The manners suddenly emerged everywhere like ants. Lilia and I couldn't take them all down. I would have acted sooner if you hadn't told me not to pick fights.
Mad pawn. Okay. The limbs twitch horribly and his body soon shrivels.
Brilliant! All they want is to attack, even if their blood will be sucked out. Insane! Back when we were spying on them, I told Sanetta to screw the peace agreement through the radio. I knew those geometry psychos and the Manus would go mad sooner or later. They were not that crazy when they were solving the math problems. There! What the hell happened down there?
The cave is the key to be immune to the storm. There is a cave on this island, which has the same effect as my suitcase. That's what the Manus are after.
What? But hasn't she also put on the stone bangle? Even if she can break free from that bangle, there is no way she'd let her followers keep carrying out suicide attacks. And if she has signed that peace agreement, How will she take the cave from a Byron?
Certain.
You awake? On Virtu's back, 37 opens her eyes. She puts out a finger and points it to the sky. In the eternal and transcendent skies, several dazzling flare stars are lining up.
What's that?
Oh, we're back to the assembly. The halls of her is in deadly silence. Only a visitor is still browsing the classic book.
I'm afraid you have overstayed your welcome, Ms. Arcana. I have to regrettably remind you not to overstep the boundaries, despite the great help you've given to us.
I take not thought for needless disputes. But to ask a simple question.
She gently closes the book.
The great philosophers. Ye seek the ancient wisdom, follow the sage's teaching, and pursue the noble virtues. You are separated from the world for thousands of years. And you have not gained the human's understanding, nor have you sought for it. I find pleasure in this allegory of the cave. However, hath this been unto thee? That too led us to the exile in this cave.
Oh, the flare stars are approaching. They move in an orderly manner as if they are a group of swift. We got fired.
What are they? I've never seen these before. Why are they here? These things should not appear on this island.
Oh, did somebody get through? Oh, what? Run away!
No! 37, no!
What? Upon the silence sea, a fleet in back is breaking the waves and sailing towards the island. Wait, did they break through the barrier?
Sinetto. Did you bring the humans' army here?
Uh-oh. Wait, the end? That's like a big cliffhanger. Spectators gather on the beach, trying to dig shiny objects from the sand. Those things don't belong to them.
Finally, some interesting words. Whose heart is beating so loud?
Yeah, I know.
Shh! I hear something. Don't be so furious.
What? You still don't recognize me?
What about now? Whose heart is beating so loud?
What? You still don't recognize me?
Agents have
about
guns.
now?
It's called common sense. We should listen to what people say.
Yeah, who's this city?
Secrets always hide in careless words. Listen carefully.
Hey, hey, hey! Don't be shy near me.
They drop the treasure they found and scatter. Right. So, so do the star later on. Let's check out what was we trying to do. Oh wait, I just want to check. What's this? Is it this? Nope. Nope. A treasure day. I'm not sure how to get this. It's 3 days, 4 hours left. But log in every day. And I still haven't decided to who I want to choose. I'm going towards this one, but where is he? Right, what we're trying to do, was it this thing? Yeah. I think, yeah. Okay. I think we unlocked everything here. So Apple 2, what's this? Clue 1. Huh? Okay. Apple 2. This is the last photo of the captain's newly commissioned Apple 2. Thank you for your sponsorship, Miss Sellerby. Unfortunately, the sinking of Apple 2 was far beyond my expectation. Okay. To show my appreciation for your full support of Apple 2, I painted your doll on the cabin. I collected quite a few novel alchemy materials during my travels. Trust me, you'll be amazed by these alchemy materials and the new design of Apple 3. Gorgon the sea monster can easily whip up waves several meters high, enough to capsize small boats. But I must say, its size doesn't seem at all consistent with biological structure. How on earth does it swim in the sea? Oh well, I guess that's the wonder of Arcanum for you. Okay, so there was 3 clues? Wait, was... Oh, there was... Okay, I see. The Beach of Geomarsh. Okay, so start with clue 4. I'll have to wait, so I didn't unlock that one yet? Wait, see. So how much did I unlock so far? Oh, that's gonna be a wall. Alright. And this is nothing else, right? Yep. Maintenance. Let's see. So does the other stuff not open too? What's... Eureka. Alright, so we finish... Okay, we'll do this the other time. Just want to check, what does this one do? I could read it again next time too. The great ship, setting sails again, ought to have the name that distinguishes from the Rocking Apple, a name befitting its greatness. Rocking Apple 2. This apple is deeply honored. Wait, that's it? Also, okay, so that's easy. I'm not sure which one's the puzzle one. If it's what's this? Okay, so this is the puzzle one. So we probably do this one, and this is probably the...
Good timing. This is the vital part of my proof. You have brought me a truly marvelous hypothesis.
Okay.
I hope the margin is wide enough to get...
Alright, so we finished chapter 5. Prisoners of the Cave.